Now that the tile grid displays correctly using the tile list, it's time to make our game interactive by allowing players to swap two tiles by clicking on them. We'll begin by creating a new list called selectedTiles. This list will only ever contain two items, the indexes of the two tiles the player selects. Each tile, when clicked, will check if fewer than two tiles have already been selected. If so, it will add its index, the value of my index, into the selected tiles list. If that brings the count to exactly 2, the tile will trigger a broadcast called Swap Tiles. Now let's define what happens when the Swap Tiles broadcast is received. We start by saving the values of the two selected indexes into variables. Let's call them index1 and index2. Then we use a temporary variable, temp. To help us swap values inside the tile list. We store the value at index1 inside temp. We then set the value at index1 to be the value at index2. Finally, we set the value at index2 to whatever was stored in temp. In other words, we're just swapping two items inside the tile list using the player's input. Once the swap is complete, we clear the selected tiles list so the player can choose again. Then we broadcast another event called Repaint. The Repaint broadcast tells all tile clones to update their costumes based on the new tile list. Each tile, using its MyIndex, fetches the updated tile ID from the list and switches its costume to match. That way, the grid updates to reflect the new swap immediately. Lastly, to make the game more engaging, we track how many swaps the player has made. Create a variable called moveCount. Each time two tiles are selected and a swap is triggered, we increase the move count by 1. With that, our player can now click two tiles, watch them swap visually, and see their move count go up. This forms the heart of our tile interaction logic and sets the stage for checking if any tiles match, which we'll tackle in the next phase.